This is the Homecoming with the Downing Brothers podcast, where we talk about real estate, business, and financial literacy. They live by the motto, dream, plan, execute. Your host, Anthony and Anton Downing.
This is Homecoming with the Downing Brothers. My name is Anthony.
This is Anton.
And who do we have today, brother? Today we have Deanna and Danyalle Gray. And they are from Womanish Experience here in Chicago. And they're going to talk to us a lot about that and much more. Yes. So, you know what? This is Homecoming. So before we jump into the Womanish exhibit and all the great and amazing things that you guys are doing, can you guys tell us where you're from? Where's home?
We're from Chicago, suburbs of Chicago. Because I know if I say actually the city, right? You gotta clarify.
You know, Chicago is very weird. We're the only major. We're literally the only major city that does that. You're either from the city or you're from the suburbs.
Yeah.
What high school did y'all go to?
𝐸𝐸𝐸 Valley.
𝐸𝐸𝐸 Valley, okay.
So we had a cousin that went to 𝐸𝐸𝐸 Valley.
Yeah, that's Naperville. That's Naperville.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Brandon Peags.
Yeah. All right, so y'all from out there.
Sure, Amanda went there too, actually.
You gonna talk about the whole family? Can we talk about? Can we? I don't know.
TT and them also.
Right. All right. So you guys are from the west suburbs and of Chicago, and where'd y'all go to school after that? What'd you do after high school?
After high school, I had a little break. And then I went to college in Florida, in Miami. It's called FIU. And I graduated from there, and I stayed down there for like 7 years.
You went to Florida International?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Bahamians go there.
A lot of Bahamians go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was white people were the minority, actually. So
right.
It was very minority-driven. Miami is really like a minority area.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 60%. Minority, so cool, different.
Yeah, what about you?
I went to Mizzou, so that's 2 hours north of St. Louis, and I majored in marketing and communications.
All right, so I got a feeling that might have something to do with Womanish in some kind of way.
Yeah, that's where I got actually started in events at a career fair. Like I randomly walked into a career fair, into a fall activities fair. And I got involved in Department of Student Activities, and that's where my love of events began 10 years ago. So,
all right, cool. So, I guess, we always spin from, okay, now we know where you're from. We always want to dive into the past. At what point, and I know it may be different for the two of you, so you can answer this separately, but at what point were you kind of like introduced to entrepreneurship or business and to get this whole idea to do this whole Womanish exhibit? Like where?
So my dad is like obsessed with Shark Tank. So when we were at home, he had that on replay like all day. But I remember being at my crib in Miami, and I used to work for the Heat. I used to work like the skyboxes, and I would be around all of these like super rich people, and I'm like, a lot of these people had their own businesses. So that like kind of inspired me to want to do it. And I remember I called Danyalle, and I was like, I have this idea for this app. We got to do it.
Oh, so there was an app before there was Womanish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's painful to talk about.
We worked on that app for 6 years and got nowhere.
So, but yeah.
That was the start of our entrepreneurship
journey.
But even though it was a fail, it launched us into Womanish today. So.
It may have been a fail, but that's a proud failure.
Yeah.
Because, and I say that, but I think about some of the projects we did in real estate before we made it on television and all of that wasn't nearly as profitable as that we thought it was going to be, but it didn't stop us from continuing to do our business the same way as you all are doing right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, let me ask you this then. What lessons did you learn from the app that you applied to Womanish?
Execution. So we had the idea for Womanish last February.
Yeah.
We found a creative director in June, and we were originally gonna execute in September. of last year, like we were like, let's do it in 6 months, because we had, you know, waited 6 years to do our app, you know, and we're like, no, like we're doing it, we're launching it, we're not waiting around. Obviously September didn't work out, but we basically did everything. And obviously March didn't work out, because just launched in March, but on September. But the turnaround was like super quick, because we were like, we cannot wait or delay. The problem we had with the app is that we kept wanting it to be perfect, and so we kept, like, we had like 3 or 4 different versions before we even like launched it really to the public. So for us, it was kind of like, we're not going to wait around to, you know, hope that people are going to like it. We're going to execute, and it's going to be fantastic. So
Period.
Period. Because and actually, I've seen a lot. You know, we spend a lot of time on social media, especially in this whole COVID era. I've seen so many people on, you know, these different influencers talk about not waiting for something to be perfect, but just to go out there and throw it on the wall and then learn from it, and then just bring your next version of it and just keep getting better. But you have to take action and do something. And so, and here we are with 2 successful women saying the same thing.
Yes, that is the whole key.
Number one, execution. That's what a lot of, like, there's like wantrepreneurs and there's entrepreneurs, you know. Like,
entrepreneurs.
Yeah, they want to do it, but they never do it.
Exactly.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, that was like, you got, like, which one do you want to be, you know? So for us, you know, I've been a wantrepreneur, you know, and like, even so, we have a list of ideas we want to do, but we're like, we got to execute on something. We got to create a brand for ourselves. Like, we know what we're capable of. Let's just do it. So
Awesome. Ooh, I don't know. I just feel like somebody needs to hear that so that they can get off of their seat or off their couch or out the house or off their phone and actually go out and do something. Yeah. So, all right. So it took like, you know, 6 to 9 months, and you come and you ready to do this, and March hits, and then boom, COVID. So tell me, how did COVID affect the execution of opening Womanish? And was it a good thing, a bad thing, or are there pros and cons? Can you give us some pros and cons?
In particular, what was the negotiation like with the building, as far as, you know, you're getting your agreement for the building as a whole?
So when COVID was happening, it was a very dark time for us.
We literally like saw red. Like, it was just like,
it was very bad. We didn't know, you know, we didn't know how it was going to be. We didn't know if we were going to be able to open like ever. So we just had to go with the flow. It was a mandated shutdown. We couldn't open. We actually made that decision not to open though before it was mandatory, just because of, you know, Danyalle and I will always put people before profit. So
They're responsible, y'all. Responsible.
So as for negotiations with the owner of this building, he was actually very understanding. Shout out to you.
Like, a blessing, because he didn't charge us 1 extra cent, like, to be in the building. We were here. We didn't open until September, and we were only supposed to be there from March to May. He literally charged us not a penny more or anything like that. So that was like God blessing, because we were like, obviously we're on State and Monroe. Like, this is an expensive building.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we're in downtown Chicago.
State Street.
I'm not gonna be like, it ain't like, no.
No, we in downtown. This is expensive real estate.
It's very pricey. And like, if he wouldn't have been, like, I don't know what we would have done. But, you know, we're very faith driven, so we prayed a lot.
I was like, God ain't gonna play me like this. He ain't gonna do it to
every
me.
time.
And he didn't.
He didn't.
Did the landlord understand your concept?
Yeah.
He understood what was...
I
don't think he understood the concept, but he hadn't. This building had been empty since Ulta had been here for like 5 years, so he was very excited to work with us and to, like,
because somebody finally sending some money in here
and to like revamp it, because this was like a ghost town. I mean, it was disgusting. It was 5 years.
You can never tell now, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was just a lot of stuff we had to like clean and stuff like that. So the realtor part was honestly like such a blessing, and like every time Dionna stepped in here, she was like, all right, let's say a prayer. Like, even you know, when those days are gone, like she was always leading us in prayer. Like, every time we stepped in the building, like, we prayed over, you know, our family, you know, the situation, and, you know, it all worked out. So
well, so for those that don't know, Womanish is an art installation, an exhibit that's on like 5 floors. So when you first came in here, like, how long was it supposed to take to actually put the exhibit together? And then how long did you actually, go ahead and...
Yeah. So it was only supposed to take 10 days to completely come in here and like build everything out. But literally, like, we had to close down like 2 weeks.
How many artists were trying to work in this space at the same time?
It was gonna be like 30 or 40. It was gonna be like a big like
Thing.
overnight shifts and things like that.
Yeah.
Because we only had a certain amount of time to contract the space. Like, luckily we were able to do like little stuff before the contract even started. Like, he was very lenient with us, like, because no one was here, so we were able to do like a little bit of stuff like painting and things like that before. But the actual build out was supposed to take 10 days, but it ended up taking, since we at the time we were here for like 5 months.
Yeah.
And so that's the pro to the whole COVID situation.
Yeah.
Way better.
It's a lot better. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what's the con then?
The con was the anxiety,
The money.
the money,
Wow.
the money. And then, just as far as profit, we're thankful that we did very well in a pandemic. But because we put people first, we significantly limited the capacity in here. So we couldn't have as many people as we should have been able to have in
Right.
here.
Right.
So the profit wasn't as large as we expected, but I mean, it's great. We still, we sold out of like September, October. Like, we've just been very.
We saw that. That was huge.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, wow.
if you living in Chicago and then just looking at my social media, I see Womanish every day. In some kind of way,
Right.
on my Facebook, on Instagram, I see somebody posting pictures in one of these exhibits or encouraging people to come. I see y'all ads though too. I see the ads on there or whatever.
It's working.
Yeah.
And it's obviously working because y'all selling out like every day. So
Yeah.
I love to see it.
How did my one question is like, how did you all finance this endeavor on 5 floors in the middle of downtown
during COVID?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey.
Credit cards. I'm like, we're gonna like, we finance it ourselves. There's nobody behind us.
Right.
There's no like
No business loan?
There's no old white man. Well, no.
So
we took out loans.
Yeah, so originally Danielle and I took out like really huge loans, and we like maxed out all of our credit cards.
Okay.
Would not recommend
Business and
y'all
personal.
to do that. We're not telling y'all to do that. That's what we did.
Right.
And then we had some people in our family help. They gave us some money, and then because of COVID, we were able to get some funding as well. But we applied for a business loan, and they were like, "We don't think so."
Yeah, we got denied a lot.
We got so many no's.
But then you get so many no's, but it only takes that 1 or 2 yeses.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So y'all sound kind of like y'all sound like Dame Dash. Dame Dash is always talking about, hey, I put my own money up.
No,
I'm my own boss.
right, and that's how.
So y'all lady
that
bosses
sounds
then.
Yeah, seriously. And
Yeah.
that was kind of like too, like, we get that question all the time, like, well how? Like, how could you go why? And it's honestly like, we tried sponsorship, right? But like, no one
It wasn't a proven concept.
Yeah, so we didn't have anything really. We weren't like a brand, or we didn't have the experience. Like, we couldn't say we've done this before.
Right.
Like, it was really just like a dollar in a dream, as 𝐥𝐻 would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, now obviously it's nice because we can, show the proven concept and things like that. But we really had to like 100% believe and bet on ourselves. Because me and Dionna joked all the time. We're like, well, this gonna work out. Y'all gonna see us in Mexico somewhere.
Right.
we gonna be out of here.
Everybody going to Tulum and Cancun right about now.
I'm telling you.
But y'all really bet on yourself. Y'all took out all these loans, got family, got money, and now y'all rolling the dice. And either it works and y'all get y'all money plus some profit, or it doesn't work and y'all got y'all hands in the air. Like, what do you do now?
Yeah.
But it worked out though.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like before people from our family were down to give us money, like they knew that we had taken out all of, put all of our funding into it. We did like a whole presentation, like these experiential events, like they really do sell themselves. Like as you guys said, like it's very Instagrammable. So it's free marketing. And so, you know, we did a whole bunch of research and we're like, listen, if we can just open, y'all will see it.
Yeah. So what, y'all did a whole like presentation deck for your family?
Absolutely.
Or the investor, your family investors?
Yeah, exactly.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
Right. Hey, you know what? Before we move further, I think it's time for Anton's definition of the day.
Okay, today's definition is
enthusiastic.
today's definition is commercial lease agreement.
All right.
A contract used when renting business property to or from another individual or company. It gives the tenant or renter the right to use the property for business purposes during the term of the lease in exchange for payment to the landlord. Now, there's 4 terms to include in your commercial lease agreement. 1, the parties and personal guarantees. 2, lease term and renewals. 3, rent payments and expenses. And 4, and this is very important, business protection clauses. And we bring all of this up with this definition today because, as you all can see, they had to put up a lot of money. They had to find the investors within their family and also, you know, through businesses. And when you're dealing with your landlord, you do need a business protection clause that says, oh, with COVID, you know, we need to be able to get out of this at the end of, or, you know, at the end of the lease, or go month to month. And we need some type of guarantee that it will be month to month, especially with something like this.
Yeah.
That was, we're like just so blessed that, because we didn't have that in our lease. And so because we didn't have, I think it's called like force majeure or something like that. We didn't have that in our lease.
And have it now.
Right, we have it now.
Lesson.
Right.
Lesson.
But our landlord was just super like nice and chill. So, but yeah, we learn anything. We will definitely have that in all of our contracts moving forward.
Hey, every experience is a lesson. I mean, that's what I think a proven concept does for you, because now they know that you know how to deal with adversity. Because I guess in your next presentation, you're going to talk about COVID and how you were able to deal with those different things and still make this happen or whatever. You know, so I mean, I just predict that y'all are going to just continue to rise. Like, you're going to do this here and do this in cities across the country. And
absolutely,
I just see big things for you all. I really do. Seriously. All right. So one of the things that we always do, we have a mantra, is dream, plan, execute. And so this can be past, present, or future. So doesn't matter which one of y'all want to answer this, but can you guys give us a dream, a plan for it, and how you would go about executing your next whatever it is?
You want to do? Danielle got a lot of dreams. I'm gonna let her answer.
Go ahead, Danielle.
She got a lot of dreams.
Honestly, my dream is for us to be international. I would love to like be able to live in like Paris or like Hong Kong or something for a couple months and like execute something like this. I think to just okay, so that was a dream, not the plan.
Yeah, the plan.
Okay, so the plan was obviously to do it locally, like in your city, and to build your brand, so that way like you have the proven concept. Because it would have been harder for us to do this in another city where we weren't familiar with the artists and we didn't have the connections. So I would definitely like use your connections and your network to make this happen, because this was a lot of network. This was a lot of, you know, friends helping and family helping and people like utilizing our local resources. And then
finding the right people.
And then execute.
And then just do it. Like, do the research first. Like, I think that's really important before you execute. Make sure you have the right research and knowledge. So like obviously like when we go to like Paris or wherever, you know, fingers crossed, understanding that market, even finding someone who's from that area to help you execute, to make sure you're not doing anything culturally insensitive or things like that. So that's definitely the dream, is to take this international. So
hey, I'm booking flights. I will be there wherever y'all go.
Low key, I would like to see this in the Bahamas, Paradise Island. I can see an installation right there in the Atlantis Hotel.
Yeah. In fact, we can make some phone calls for y'all. I'm serious because our family's in the Bahamas, and hey, mom, our mom. We bring mom up a lot. Mom knows how to make it happen. I'm telling you. We'll talk about that after we get off. All right, so one thing that we didn't get into, and if you guys can kind of just give an explanation, what is Womanish? What is the Womanish exhibit for those who have never come to visit before it comes to their city?
Yeah, so my favorite definition is Womanish is an experiential event. An adult fun house, as I would like to say, or like a millennial museum. You can come in, take pictures. I think our experiential exhibit is a little bit different because, it still gives that fun, Instagrammable feel, but it's very meaningful and purposeful. So we have like the consumerist room where it kind of looks like a retail store. But it talks about like the pink tax, so you're still getting your cute photos with the shopping cart and different things like that. But people are like, oh, what is that about? It's the pink tax. We were explaining it to them earlier, and a lot of people don't know about it. So it's just very fun, but also like very educational.
All right, because we definitely, we got it. Hey, Asia, if you're watching this episode, I'm bringing you down here before this exhibit is over.
That's our little sister.
We got to bring our little sister down here to experience this because I feel like, I'm a man. I'm looking through male eyes at this exhibit, but I see the value. I see the value. I see the subjects that are brought up. I love the artwork. And obviously, in this age where everybody wants to take their pic for the gram, every single inch of this is for the gram.
It really is.
But it has substance, though. And that's what I look at. Every single installation in here, every room has substance because there's a subject matter, a serious subject matter behind all the glitz and the glam and the fun.
Yeah, the gender pay gap. Harriet Tubman, how come she's not on the $20 bill yet?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully the next president can fix that.
Kamala, shout out to you.
All right.
Yeah, so I love it, and this actually when I was walking through here, so I'm a big fan of Essence, and so going down to the Essence Festival, I see Womanish at the Essence Festival. Like this is such a fit for that, and we can get this to Bahamas, we can go to Paris with it, but let's go to New Orleans with this.
Honestly,
come on.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
That would be like a dream.
Yes, that would be a dream.
Yeah, so Essence, if you guys are listening, all our people at Essence, please get in contact with the Gray Sisters because I believe that this should be at Essence. Womanish is very awesome, and it's a great experience for women.
Oh, that would be so dope. You don't speak that.
All right, so let me ask you this question. I'll start with you. No, you.
You ain't ask me a question.
I don't care about that guy. I don't care about him.
Man.
Yeah, definitely. Don't care about him, but I do care about you.
That's rough,
Off
man.
the top of your head, can you tell me what does homecoming mean to you when you hear that terminology?
Homecoming, that always just reminds me of like HBCUs, like lively, like celebration of like just life and like what you're doing. That's kind of what it makes me think about when I hear homecoming. I didn't go to an HBCU, but when I hear homecoming, I'm like, oh, HBCU, like turn up, like that type of thing.
What about you? What do you think of when you think of homecoming?
Beyonce. I saw her at Coachella when she did the homecoming at Coachella, and it was the best experience of my life.
That had to be like
So
bucket list level experience.
So now anytime I think of homecoming, I think of Beyonce. But also, too, Mizzou actually founded homecoming. I don't know if people knew that.
I did hear that. One of our friends, Gator always be talking about that.
Yeah, so we're actually the first school to introduce homecoming, so it's kind of cool. When I think of homecoming, I think of Mizzou, obviously, because I went to college there, but we also founded homecoming, which I think is pretty cool, too. So.
Okay. All right, cool.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
See, we went to Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. I feel like, man, maybe we should fact check that one.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So before we close out, another thing that we always ask, and we catch y'all off guard, but we always want to shine a light on some type of charitable organization or charitable cause. So if there's any charitable organization or cause that you guys are aware of that we can direct people to go check out, let us know.
Before, this is not like a not no one, but before the pandemic, I volunteered at Boys and Girls Club, which I'm sad now, so I'm like, don't even know if they'll ever like let volunteers come and like be around kids and stuff. But my friend Nate has a charity called Infinite Hands, and he does food drives, he does book drives for like African American children. He does stuff for Christmas. Obviously, this year's gonna look a little different, but it's called Infinite Hands Charity. And it's really dope. He's really dope. He's done like probably like 20,000 or something in donations for food, children, books, and things like that. So, shout out to you.
All right, good. I'm thinking about it. We didn't even prepare you for that. You just knew off the top of your head. So they must be doing some great work because you just came to you. All right, cool. So let's close out with this. Can you tell people where they can find you, social media, website, so on and so forth? Can you tell people where they can find Womanish and you all?
Yeah, so Womanish, follow us at Womanish Experience.
Underscore, I think, or no?
No. And then you can find me at Danyalle 𝐿𝐴.
You want to spell it?
Sure. It's spelled D as in diamond, IONNA, and then 𝐿𝐴, LASHALL.
All right.
Do you want to tell them yours?
Sure. Danyalle. Danyalle is spelled with a Y, so DANYELLE.GRAY, GRAY.
All right, awesome. And we'll try to make sure to put those up on the visual for those who get a chance to check it out on YouTube. All right, so we want to, say thank you, appreciate you for, checking in with Homecoming with the Downer Brothers, and we look forward to see what you guys do next.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right,
having us.
so we want everybody to stay because I'm going to be bringing you Anthony's Afterset. Thank you for tuning in to Anthony's Afterset. Today, I want you guys to really think about how you can discover your ish. And if you don't know what your ish is, it's whatever motivates you, whatever you're passionate about. You have to figure out what gets you up in the morning and gets you out of bed. What's fun? And how can you be of service to the world with it? When you can figure out what your ish is, then put all of your energy to it. Put all of your energy into gathering the research and the resources and the people that can get you to be able to do whatever you have discovered is your ish. I mean, that's the whole purpose of Homecoming with the Downer Brothers. It's for you to figure out how you can dream and plan and execute your way into whatever it is that you're passionate about. That is your ish. And we implore you to discover your ish.
Thank you for tuning in to Homecoming with the Downing Brothers podcast. For more information on how to dream, plan, execute in real estate, business, and financial literacy, visit www.thedowningbrothers.com.